Orien Willomere, The Story of Us, Part 1, Chapter 1. As I look down what's in front of me, the salty tears run down my face. The sight was one I never wished to see. God, why did you curse me like this? I scream as I fall down upon my knees. I grab the hand of the man who I see in front of me, his body slowly decomposing already. There was nothing I could do. He was already gone. Gone, gone, gone. I put my hand to the skin on my right wrist and pinch hard, believing that this could not be real. What do? I hurriedly grabbed the phone out of the pocket of his faded blue jeans, his favorite ones. The ones that would be the first thing he wore after doing the laundry, and dialing the numbers to 911. My hands trembling with every button I laid my finger upon. I never thought that in my lifetime I could possibly ever need to do this, especially not this young. As I pressed the call button, I listened to it ring and ring and ring. And then I hear a woman's voice, calm, soft, and strong. 911, what's your emergency? The woman states. There's a quiet pause between my voice and hers. Now, I don't know why it took me so long to speak. I wasn't hesitating. I was just scared. Not ready to admit it was real. Yes, my significant other is on the floor lying unconscious. I say with a trembling voice, her voice still so calm and soft. She says, okay, I'm sending ambulances right now, but please stay on the phone with me. Okay, I say with hesitation. I waited there as the 911 operator asked me questions about what happened. I eventually broke down and answered the questions, with my voice shaking worse and worse with every question. The pain, the torture. When paramedics finally arrived, everything felt like it was in slow motion. When they checked his pulse, when they did CPR, when they put him on the stretcher and brought him to the hospital, I just sat there. Wondering if it was all true, wondering if maybe I woke up this would all be a dream. Everything would be the same. But it wasn't a dream, not something I could wake up from, nor something that would be fine if I woke up. Once they left in the ambulance, I sat there crying, hopeless. Why me? I asked, hoping that some divine spirit or creature would give me an answer. As if maybe I would be able to make sense out of what was happening. But I couldn't. There was nothing I could do that hasn't been done. I tried my best to attempt to stand up and drive to the hospital, although I was still in my pajamas. I didn't care. I wouldn't care about anything if it was to know he was okay. I successfully get up, but I trembled as I walked to the door and struggled to twist the doorknob. My hand was shaking as if I drank 20 cups of coffee. I open the door, unlock my car, and follow the ambulance to the hospital. Chapter 2. While on my way to science class, that's when I saw him. He stood there at his locker, though I wasn't able to see his face. I knew he was charismatic from the very start. So there I walked up to him. Hey, I exclaimed as he turned around. The way his ocean blue eyes locked into my eyes made me fall in love. It was like a spell I'd never be able to undo. What's up? He responded. My name is Riven Noctologias. What's yours? I ask, to which he replies, Orien Willomere. His voice sounded like an orchestra with no mistakes, like an angel calling to me. I wanted to ask him more questions, but if I did, we'd both be late to class, so we parted our ways. I never know what that talk would create for me forever. I sat there in silent class, not thinking, not overthinking, thinking, wondering. Maybe this could turn into something. But that's only something that I could pray for at the end. I noticed the small things. His hair was dark brown, so dark that it could almost be black. His smile exposed his pearly whites. He was something so perfect, so beautiful. By the time I completed all of my homework, the bell rang for us to go home. I hurried to my locker in hopes to see him before we get on the bus. I was so worried about trying to see him that I almost forgot to put half of the crap into my bag. I grabbed my phone and walked over to him. There he was at his locker. "Hey, I wanted to know if I could get your number," he asked. I looked around thinking maybe he wasn't asking me. But he was, and I said yes, of course, trying with all my strength not to blush. He hands me his phone, and as I type the numbers, he said, "Call you later." He yells to me as I get on the bus. "Okay." I hate the bus. I hate the noise, so I go to a different place when I'm on the bus. I thought about a future with him, a house in the suburbs, a pet. I've never felt this way about a man before. Or at least, nobody this close in my reach like he is. I'm never the first person off the bus. Some days I really wish I was. The kids make fun of me the whole time, and they try to be cruel with their words. Pretend I don't hear them. That's what Dad always taught me to do. He tells me to be a real tough cookie like he is. I listen. I always listen to what he says. I overhear them mocking me and Orien in the hallway. Cuts deep, but I put a bandit on those type of scars. I don't let them get underneath my skin. Not now. Not ever. The bus stops. I grab my stuff and walk to my house. My house is not the biggest, and I know that. It's not like it matters. It's only really me and Mom. Mom is sitting in the lounge chair by the TV. I just walk to my room and put my bag down. God, that thing is heavy, I say to myself. I unlock my phone and see one missed call from Orien from 5 minutes ago, along with the text saying, "Call me when you get home." I press the button. Chapter 3, Dialogue from the Call. "Hello, Riven." "Hi, Orien. How was your day?" "Great, better than usual." "Good. Yeah." "I got a question for you." "Ask away." "How are you not bothered by the kids when they mock you?" "Why? Were the kids mocking you on your bus too?" "Yeah." "Well, everyone at this school is a bunch of crap." "Yeah, you're right." "Well, I ignore them. They're gonna hate people either way. I mean, true. Anyways, I wanted to tell you something, as long as you don't tell anybody else. I pinky promise." "I like guys." "Me too. Well, I like a guy." "Oh, who?" "I'm not gonna tell you." "Come on, I just told you a secret." "I'll just say, you'll know very soon." "Oh, okay." "Well, I'm gonna have to let you go." "Aw, why?" "Gotta get ready for practice." "Oh, okay." Why do you sound so sad about that?" Gotta go." End of call dialogue. Chapter 4. The whole phone call I was biting my tongue, trying not to say anything. I think he knows too. My phone goes off with a text message from Orien. "Wanna hang out at mine after school?" I start blushing like a 12-year-old girl. "Yes, of course." I start to feel butterflies in my stomach. Ugh. I wish I could just tell him. I'm too afraid. I mean, it could be a coincidence that he talked to me, and I'm probably overthinking too much. My heart tells me I need to admit sometime, but my brain is unsure. I'm certainly uncertain, that this may be my fate. That I will never be man enough to tell him. I think. Think about what Dad would tell me if I asked him for help. I mean, I know he wouldn't support us, but what would he think? What would he say? I thought about that for a while. A long, unfortunate while. And I came to a conclusion that if I told Dad, he would have told me not to overthink, to be a man and tell him. Probably to grow a pair. I don't deny that my dad is right most of the time. He's not stupid. I just hate him. And I hate him because of Mom. He left her to be how she is, and I don't blame him. They weren't perfect. I mean, far from it. When Dad was with Mom, they really loved each other. But as soon as they had me, they fell apart. He was wondering how to make money for us. I mean, there were times where we had to count pennies to get groceries. On the other hand, Mom got addicted. She needed more and more and more. Mom never made money for the family. She got too drunk to get a job. Dad had to leave. It was all he could do. He moved. He left Mom, and I haven't seen him since. I just know how he was before he left Mom. He was tired, but he was a man. He pushed through it. He always told me to do that, to be tough, be kind, and follow in the Word of God. Chapter 5. I never really knew how I felt about God. I know we go somewhere when we die, and we get rebirthed, and I thought about it of a life-death rebirth cycle, that the body does naturally. I mean, we live eternally, but in different lives. I think Earth is like a simulation. If we complete our mission for why we are on Earth, we are reborn. We get a better life. If not, it stays like an Ouroboros, repeating endlessly. That's what I really mean when I say we live eternally. Life is an eternal abyss. In your very first set of lives, sometimes I feel like there's still some sort of divine spirit around me. Like, I know Grandma's with me sometimes. I feel that when we get in the best life possible, at the end of the cycle, we turn into a spirit, like the ghosts that roam the earth. When I was born, my father insisted on getting me baptized at our local church. It's not like I could do anything about it. For God's sake, I was a baby, but Dad was always a higher authority in the house, and he really insisted. Why does my skin crawl? Why does it do that when I think of God?